attended virtual Congress for the class of Bible study methods for master teachers. I feel so privileged for having had the opportunity to be instructed by Sister Jacqueline Mack and her assistant, Sister Eddie Hill. First, they made all the computer issues, like getting in the computer and recording sessions, minor. Every effort was made to minimize these hurdles. Sister Mack knowledge and expertise gave us opportunities to see and acknowledge more of the unobvious in different scriptures that we went over. This included focusing on key words, the different interpretations you get when comparing sources of scripture, for example, King James Version versus NIV. We explored the book of Jonah in its entirety with special focus on chapter 2. Sister Mack asked someone to read Jonah 1 and 17, then asked what we thought about that situation. One person stated the fact that Jonah couldn't make it in the belly of the whale because of the acid composition. Knowing how O2 gets into our system, I asked where was Jonah's O2 supply coming from. The answer was in Jonah 1 and 17. Now the Lord prepared a great fish for Jonah to be swallowed. The Lord was in control all the time. We were told that there are 5 Bible study methods, and they include the expositional method, studying individual Bible verses, the survey method. We study Bible books as a whole to become acquainted with general information. Topical method, focusing on a specific topic. Biographical method, specific people in the Bible are of interest to develop a character sketch. And devotional method. This type of study is less technical and is primarily for personal inspiration and encouragement to deepen your relationship with God. Next, we were told how our Bible came to us. It began as thoughts in God's mind. The revelation was come to human authority's mind. Inspiration wrote individual manuscripts of the Bible. The canonicity, church collection of the 66 books. Technical criticism was modern Greek and Hebrew Bibles. Translation was modern English version. The illumination was God's thoughts in our minds. The application changed in my life, and communication changed in others' lives. We also studied about the biblical genre. The Bible is literature filled with many types of language. The language types are referred to as biblical genre, meaning the nature of things, and they include law. The law is God's law, the expression of His sovereign will and character. History or narrative, the stories of the epics. Wisdom, literature and maxims and sayings focus on the meanings of life and the practical living. Poetry, the prose and rhythms book. Gospel, the 4 New Testament books presents the teaching, ministry, death, and resurrection of Christ in a distinctive way, but not contradictory. Parables, the sayings of Jesus in a short story or illustration form. It included epistles to refer to the 21 letters in the New Testament written for specific audience. Prophecy, meanings referring to past, present, and future. And apocalyptic, a combination of narrative and prose written in vivid imagery and poetic phrase intended to exaggerate for a purpose. Also, we have, Ms. Mack also came up and told us about a book that would help us with this lesson, which is How to Study Your Bible by Kay Arthur. That's not all, but there were some of the highlights, and I'd like to specifically thank the teams of all the people who got together and made this special occurrence, and especially my instructor, Ms. Mack, and her assistant. And the last is really first. I want to give special thanks to my Sunday school superintendent, Sister Velma Macklin, because what she gave me, had she not, I would not have made it through this. She taught me Zoom. Thank you.